Hello and welcome to smallbuck.com, another video tutorial. This tutorial is to give you a quick overview of the smallbuck.com content management system. So if you already have a smallbuck.com website, when you log in, the first thing that you're going to see is this page that you see on the screen in front of you now. The page immediately opens up to a list of the pages on your website. Now we're currently using a client, AccuDoor.net, which sells garage doors, as an example. So this is their website. As you can see, they have a list of pages here. This first list is the name of each page and a link to that actual page on the website. So if I were to click on one of these links, it would take me to their website and show me that page. Now the order that this list is in is the same order as the navigation on the website. Let me show you for example. So this is their home page on their website, and you can see that the list here of pages is in the same order as the list is here, and when I clicked on the home page it took me to that page. Now this next column shows you what type of page this is. Is it an information page, which would basically mean it has photos, it has text? Is it a form page? This would be a contact form perhaps, where you would require the user to fill out certain information that would then be emailed to you. Another option in this category would be a gallery of images as well. This next column tells you if this page is published or not. There's two options, either published or draft. And basically, if the page is published, that means that it is live on your website, that it can be pulled up online. If it's set to draft, then you have it to edit in the admin panel here in the content management system, or but you wouldn't be able to actually go to it online. Next, you can choose whether or not that these pages, either published or draft, show up in the menu. Now, of course, if you have this set to yes, but the page is actually a draft, then it will not show up on the actual website. However, if you have a page that's published and you have it selected as yes, then the page shows up in the navigation. If you were to change this to no, the page is still live on the website, but it will not show up in the navigation. So you would have to link to that page from either some text on the page or say through an email or something like that in order for someone to get to that page. The next thing that you have here is subpages or related items. Every page can be converted into a subpage or have subpages underneath it. So for example, if you create one page like we have here, custom doors, then they created two subpages under that. So now when you're on the website, if you click on custom doors, you just get a drop down. So it shows these two pages. So there's actually nothing on custom doors, it just triggers the drop down. The next thing is if you want to change the order of the pages, you have these up and down arrows. So if you click the up arrow, then custom doors would move up. If you click the down arrow, it would move down. Now to edit each of these pages, you would need to click on the pencil button to go to the editor. If you wanted to delete the page, then you would click on the X. At the top of this page, we have four different buttons, three different types of pages. The first is a content page. If you wanted to add a new page to your website, then you would click on this page and it would take you to 8 different templates that you can use to start building your page. Now, if you don't want to use these, you could pick any one of these and then manipulate it afterwards to be exactly what you want. But we've tried to create 8 templates to get you started and to make the process just a little bit easier. Now, if you wanted to create a form page, for example, a contact or order form, you would click here, and then it would allow you to enter in the content that you want to show up above the form. So you could type in some text here. You would choose what email address you wanted it to go to, and then you would hit submit. Now once you've created a contact form, you would go back to the contact page and then you would add fields to that page. So then you would add, for example, a text field, which is just fill in the blank, a text box. This would allow the user to enter a sentence or paragraph, or a drop-down menu if you want to give them multiple choice options. And then you will see those options here, and if they are required for the field, and if they're required to make the email to send. So then you could rearrange these as well by clicking up or down, or if you needed to edit the text or make it required or not required, or delete it. And with the drop down, if you choose a drop down menu, then you could add those options here. Now if you want to go back to the list of pages, you would click on Pages underneath the menu section. And then let's go to the home page. Now as you can see here, we have Appear in Menu, select Yes, Publish, yes, it's published, and the name of the page, Home. And then if you want to edit this text, what you would simply do is you would highlight it and either delete it or start typing new text. Now some other options inside of this text editor are you could select text and you could left justify, right justify, center justify. If you highlight text, you could then bold it, italic, underline. If you do something that you didn't want to do and you want to undo it, you could click the undo button. If you wanted to add an image to the page, you could click on the add image. And once you clicked on add image, you would browse your server and you could choose from all the images that have already been uploaded, or you could upload a new file from your computer. And once you selected that, you could hit upload selected file. And then that file would be added to your website server. And then once you select the image that you'd like to have added to the page, you would just double click it. You get a preview of the image here. You can change the width or height of the image. And if the lock is locked, then it will keep the image in proportion. For example, if I wanted the width to be 200, it automatically changes the height. That way my image is never distorted. And if I wanted to add it, I would hit OK. And there the image is added. If I wanted to delete the image, I'd select it and hit delete. Now because this is a live website and I don't want any of these changes to take effect on the actual site, at the bottom of the page I will not click update, and instead I'll just go back to pages. And this is a good thing to remember. If you are working inside of a page and you've made a mess of it and you want to just go back to the way it was, you can always just leave the page without hitting update. Now one other thing to remember is if you don't click update before you leave a page, then your work will be lost. So be sure to hit update. Some other things that you would want to may be interested in is the footer section. Now the footer section of the website is this section at the very bottom of the site. There's several different options for things that you could have down here. For example, links to popular social networking sites, a box for text, if you wanted to add links to other websites, and email sign-up form. To control what information shows up there, you would click on footer, and then you can see the options here. Text links, social media links, text box, email sign-up, and then you can choose the way that this information is displayed. There are other options. For example, if you're using the blog that's incorporated into the site, you can have the latest blog comment show up at the bottom, blog categories, or even the latest blog post. And you can arrange these by clicking the up or down button, and the top 4 will show up, including the email sign-up. If you have comments on your blog, you would check them under the comments section. If you'd like to write a new blog post, you would click on write the post here. And then you have your pages here. So this is a basic overview of the smallbuck.com content management system. I hope you found this effective and helpful. And if you have any questions, please refer to other videos.